Hello, beautiful family, lovers of good things, lovers of beautiful things all over the globe. I bring greetings from a grateful heart. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. Thank you so dearly for always tuning into this platform. I really do appreciate. Please do it to like our video, share, and subscribe. Today, I have a wonderful one that I want us to watch, and I will be watching it with you. Sit back, watch it, and I'll be right back.
Those trucks, they are going to guide the place, safeguard it against more destructions and looters. It is very imperative to say that such civil defense doctrine would not include bearing of arms, for obvious reasons, being that if they bear arms, they will attract open confrontation from the terrorist government. From the intels that we have at our disposal, more of this attack would come. And we do not want to deploy the Eastern Security Network to an open confrontation at this moment. Because if we do send the Eastern Security Network to safeguard those trucks, it may bring in exactly the aim, the reason why they are now destroying trucks. So for this reason, we are calling on the market union in Biafra land, not just in Biafra land. They have to collaborate with other markets across Nigeria to have a uniform civil defense doctrine that could immediately swing into action when these criminals and terrorists have finished their arson. And I want to inform you this evening that when such civil defense from the unions in the market are formed, they can go into planning and controlling the civil defense organization, disseminating air raid and evacuation warning due to federal military troops reprisal attack that will occur or that could occur after this terrorist government have engaged with our liberation forces or with whomever they normally engaged in gun duel. Our community has been ravaged with flood in addition to the attack coming from the Nigerian military controlled by the Boko Haram, because we know they're controlled by the Boko Haram, as we have seen on different confession and those that have been arrested supplying arms to the Boko Haram. Today, we understand that the ISWAP is now in southern Nigeria. And the United States Embassy have just given warning in its website today, warning of an attack, planned attack by the terrorists Boko Haram and ISWAP in Abuja, and warn its citizens to be very security conscious. This warning is not just applicable to Abuja alone. It's also happening in Biafra land. And instead of our elite to concentrate on making use of our security men and personnel, the Eastern Security Network, since the Nigeria state security has been compromised and they are now infiltrated by terrorists because of their corruption cases and files, they decide to stay quiet and keep mute. But we believe that the market and the businessmen in our land are not government officials. They engage in businesses. And they also, to this point, have some kind of right to protect their business by themselves, as we have witnessed in different occasions. This particular civil defense that we are proposing today will provide of relief and assistance to an affected area visited by the Nigeria terrorist army when they have gone to, if they go to any village and sack the village and ransack the village, bomb and destroy properties. After they have gone, we are going to mobilize this civil group that will be in a volunteer form to go and swing into action to such village, especially supplying food material and whatever that is needed, whatever that is available, whatever that the Biafra people has made available to this particular village. The report, they also have to engage in a reportage. They have to report the damage and organize first aid and rescue work to the affected people. We are going to make sure that there is going to be an access to ambulance where it is needed, or vehicle to quickly transport seriously wounded people to hospitals. This has not been put in place, and we have recorded a lot of bombardment in Biafra land. The government have not provided this, so it has become imperative that we swing into actions. This civil defense will also rapidly repair minor damages to essential services like water mains, amenities, and critical infrastructures, as well as demolish dangerous structure and remove debris when necessary. I want the elite and the businessmen and women in Biafra to pay attention to this particular State of the Nation address, as it's going to affect you very, very positively if you heed to these particular directives. This civil defense will retain or could be an auxiliary volunteer firefighting crew with access to trailer with pump in every major municipality or town. You must take this very serious. We also will be soliciting for relief materials when this particular civil defense has been set up by market unions. When it is set up, it will be announced, and we will solicit for relief material both from home and abroad. This particular defense, civil defense, will be able to have access to warehousing, large buildings like churches, schools, and even open field. In case of emergency, where welfare services like temporary shelter, information and registration can be collected and conducted. We are giving you this ahead of time. There could be more functionalities that can be included as soon as this particular civil defense is implemented. It must not be called civil defense. The market union could go give it a different name because we want some certain things to be handled in a very low key. I want to inform Biafrans today that as Biafra draw closer, the enemies are planning, and we need to be ahead of them in order not to clash with the Nigeria Federal Terrorist Authority. It must be kept very simple. Something even private citizen is allowed according to the Nigerian law. The current law allows you to engage in a voluntary services, community services. It doesn't need to be registered. It doesn't need to go through the CAC registration. It does not need to be paid. It does not need to work for money. We need to showcase the evil atrocities perpetrated against Biafra people by state and non-state actors, those likely working under the federal terrorist state. This particular group will also engage in coordinating relief program for Biafra experiencing these kind of atrocities, like I have mentioned earlier. The Eastern Civil Rescue, or as you may call it, can operate as a volunteer apparatus to provide passive and proactive civil persistent situational awareness. I want to inform you today that these teams should be able to appear shortly at the scene of this wanton calamity as evidence in what happened at Onitsha in Anambra State, where many trucks were burnt and destroyed. Many goods were as well destroyed because the Nigeria state understand that Biafra is coming. This is going to happen in other part of Biafra land. And we are now informing you the best preventive measures that we are going to take. This particular group should at least be part to condone the areas to prevent looting by passerbys and to bullet or register the destruction. This would enable the owners of the trucks and trailers to at least pick up some pieces for a compass and a compensation in the future. So we do not want any Biafra to get hurt, especially your business. Now that we have discovered that Nigeria state are planning something, even those of you who may not support Biafra, you are paying the price. So we have to come up with something very, very positive and in a way to safeguard your goods and services from destruction by the Nigerian army. To achieve this, we must work in conjunction with some form of liaison with the market association and the union, also to ensure the Biafra owners can pick up the pieces. So it is the time for the market union to rise up. Market associations from Biafra land to other part of Nigeria to wake up, because these goods that are coming to Anambra to other part of Biafra land came from Lagos and other part of Nigeria. It is clear to us that the federal terrorist government aim is to cause disharmony within the Biafra population by inflicting such pain, loss to alienate the civil populace from the liberation forces. It is expected this would be regular occurrence as the date of Biafra restoration draw closer. That's why we have to call you and call your attention. And then, of course, tell you some of the things that you need to do and let us move forward. If those that we, the liberation, need to do, we don't need to inform you. We'll implement it before you knowing about it. This Eastern Civil Rescue, as you may call it, would not be profit or commercial entity that does not require to be registered in the Nigeria Corporate Affairs Commission. And it also wouldn't be considered as an NGO. Which still needs some legal status. So we don't need to go into that. What you need to do is for the union to put a mechanism within its unions and association and have volunteers who would go into actions immediately such atrocities has been committed by the Nigerian army. After they have deserted the place, they will go and safeguard whatever that remains. Having said this, we now proceed to Igbo Biafra market, especially in Lagos. This evening, we are going to make a special pronouncement. Before this pronouncement, we want to inform you people what is actually going on in Lagos. We are officially announcing to the Nigeria state criminal gangs terrorizing Nnamdi in Lagos market that the time is up. People do misunderstood what is Agboro and the Alaye. The Alaye doesn't have a tribe. The Alaye are breed of criminals from Nigeria. Alaye cut across ethnic board. Agboro, they are from Yorubas, they are from Igbo, they are from Hausa, and they cut across ethnic groups. A lot of people, only when you talk about Lagos Agboro, they think always that it has to do with Yoruba as a tribe. That's a very fat lie. I want to correct that narrative today, that Agboro in Lagos, there are Igbos amongst them. Agboro in Lagos, there are Yorubas amongst them. Agboro in Lagos, there are Hausas, even Fulanis amongst them. And that is why we are going to make sure that we fight these criminal gangs that officially is being controlled by a man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So when you talk about Agboro in Lagos, we are referring to criminal gangs, certified criminal gangs that cut across ethnic lines. And today, we are giving them the first warning that inasmuch as Igbo businesses are paying whatever tax officially in their state and their various states in Nigeria, the criminal gangs that is being championed by Tinubu, we are calling on them today that from today going forward, you will not go and attack any Igbo market in Lagos. You must abide by the rules of the market and whatever the chairman of that Igbo market, they anonymously agreed that is going to be binding on them. I want to inform you also that what is happening in Igbo market in Lagos, it is not just about the Igbo. Yorubas are victims. Hausas are victims. Anybody who is in Nigeria and have anything to do either buying or selling in those markets, you are a victim of Tinubu criminal gangs. These criminal organized crime gangs of Tinubu is not only molesting and terrorizing the Igbo people, they also terrorize customers who are not Igbos. So we don't want people to think that this has to do with Igbo. In those markets, there are Yorubas who own shops in those markets, but we are taking it upon ourselves that the fight for the liberation of Biafra people and the way this government sponsor criminals to terrorize and bully the Igbos, we are bringing it to an end. We are ready to fight you in any way you bring it. And we are warning these criminal gangs in Lagos. If you think that you will continue to go and terrorize Igbo market in Lagos from Ladipo to Alaba International Market, what is happening in Alaba International Market today awaits you. And we are calling on those chairmen of those markets who have not stood up to their responsibility to do that immediately. We say that you can't fight us with criminal gangs. Destroy, molest, while we still pay you tax. We told you people one time ago that this time around, the fight will not be in Nigeria. It will not be in Biafra. The liberation of Biafra will be fought everywhere until the day Biafra will be pronounced an independent nation. We are going to fight within Nigeria, inside Nigeria, until Biafra comes. The days you molest, terrorize us in the name of organized criminal gangs called Agboro is over. I want this message to be shared everywhere. The fight is also to liberate Yorubas who have been caged by this criminal syndicate, organized crime gang that Tinubu have installed in Lagos. And all they do is to terrorize, thinking that they are terrorized in the Igbo. Meanwhile, Yorubas also are victims of this criminal gang. They do not represent Yoruba. So from today, if you think that these are Yorubas, you better change your perspective about them. They have Igbos in them. They have Yorubas in them. If you doubt me, you go and make your investigation, which we have done several years. This organized criminal gang comprising of Igbos, Yorubas, Hausa, and other ethnic nationalities. The people usually call them Alaye, as Yorubas. But I'm here to inform you again once more that they are not Yorubas. There is no ethnic group or ethnic nationality. The criminals are criminals, and they are called organized criminal gang. And we have just come to inform them that what is happening in Alaba International Market today will be a child play going forward. As Biafra draw closer, they are going to fight us and fight us everywhere we are. And that's why we are making preparation that we are going to engage any criminal group, be you who, within the Nigeria system. And those of them who will tell you, you want to instigate war against Yoruba and Igbo, I have made it very clear. This has nothing to do with to do the one nation. We are intact. This has nothing to do with Igbo nation. We are intact. It has to do with the criminal gang, organized crime gang, terrorizing in the Igbo in Lagos, because those markets are predominantly the Igbos. But of course, many number of Yorubas are also victims of these criminal, organized criminal gangs. That is controlled by Tinubu. We also know how they have molested our people in Ladipo. They say that the Tinubu's daughter is the owner of the market, and therefore they continue to chase Indigo away. We also understand that Ladipo International Market or Ladipo Market has been under siege for a while. Tomorrow, Alaba International Market will be locked down. And of course, I trust the leadership. Our voices will be heard. The warning goes to the criminals that we are out to fight and defend our people. This is going to happen everywhere, not just in Lagos. Very soon, we are also heading to Abuja. It is going to happen in Abuja as well. Those who come to steal, destroy, and kill us in our marketplaces, we are going to face them. And after this particular phase of liberation of Biafra, you will know that, yes, indeed, this generation of Biafra is not the kind of generation you are going to toy with. We therefore call on Tinubu to hold his criminal gangs and call them to order, to leave Igbo market alone. Lagos State, if they don't know how to govern a state in a modern society, they should go and get themselves educated and copy from different countries how to collect revenue. The intimidation, the thuggery, the terrorizing of our people in different markets in Nigeria is coming to an end. We know that Biafra is coming and we have a few months to go. But in these few months, we are going to leave a mark that none of these criminals that Nigeria breed will ever forget how we exited Nigeria. From here, from me, I say thank you very much and may God bless Biafra. Also, as we call the release of Nnamdi Kanu, like I have said earlier, we are going to intensify the activities for Biafra liberation. You know, we gave ultimatum. Ultimatum is over, and the Nigeria state will also continue to hear from us. For the last time, may God bless Biafra. May God bless Eastern Security Network. May God bless all the commanders. May God bless all those who have volunteered and contributed to the liberation of Biafra up to this point. May God bless all the Aces, all the chiefs who are behind the Biafra struggle. May God bless all of you, both the countries that have shown interest to support Biafra. May God bless you. And may we continue to remain in the path of truth. Remember, freedom fighting is a right. It's a right that you must exercise to the fullest. I call you all to continue to stand on the path of truth. Truth we must follow until the Biafra that we crave and want will be achieved. These 133 days to go must not be something we are going to take for a joke. We wish you see future so that you will not be part of those who will shout, had I known. From here, from me, is good evening.
That brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for always tuning in. I really do appreciate. Share the video and tell your friends about this platform, because the best thing or the best place for you to be is here. Turn on the bell icon so that whenever I drop a new buzz boost like this, you'll be the first to notify. Thank you once again and remain blessed.